is hopefully by the end of this sequence we're going to get 2 shouts. Well, we'll get more words of power for Unrelenting Force, but more importantly we'll also get Whirlwind Sprint. For now we're just picking up the Nightshade, because again Nightshade and Glowing Mushrooms is a Fortify Destruction potion. There's the Dovahkiin Shout, which means High Hrothgar's open, and there's Agnir, so let's speak to him.
So, a Dragonborn up, we will show us, Dragonborn. Taste of your voice.
So yeah, just trying to get through this as quickly as I can. There's no way of bump skipping it. But one thing I have noticed is that sometimes if he starts on a spiel, if you speak to him he'll go into his speech options, and that'll kind of cut the dialogue he did have. So I think you'll see that coming up in a second.
Sky above.
There you go, so I just tried it there.
Breath and focus. When you shout, your training.
So we try it again.
All shout sky.
Try it again.
Master,
so it does work. It's kind of like bump skipping, I guess, but it's a lot more reliable.
Means balance. Wind guide you.
Sometimes it doesn't work though. So now this is something I don't get on console either, is how to actually get the words of power as quickly as possible. So you'll see me kind of dancing around until the game gives me the new shout. Come on. There we go. Balance, Unrelenting Force.
New word like a master. You truly do have the gift. But learning a word of power.
So again, I'm just doing the old dialogue trick. Seems to work.
Sky above. As part of your initiation,
Yes, yeah. Just shut up, Angie. Really.
Einar will allow you to tap into his understanding.
Come on, Einath. Hit me with it, man.
Sky above.
Man, I just realised my ult kind of looks like a really weird Vinnie Jones, but anyway. Oh yeah, that's the stuff.
Now, let us see how quick.
Was it good for you? Obviously not. Okay, so now we've got the shout challenge. Basically 3 spectres are going to appear, and we just have to use Unrelenting Force on each one. There's no way of speeding this up, so it is what it is, so do bear with me. There's one. And I think the other reason why it's quite slow is the fact that if you see at the top, the compass is in blue, but it's slowly fading out, and that's how you recharge your shouts. Now, if I was playing this game properly, I'd hunt out an Amulet of Talos, and that gives you kind of a bit of a bonus to recharging a shout. But we don't have that luxury in a speedrun, so we just got to grin and bear it, I'm afraid. Come on, number 3. Okay, this should be the final time we have to do this. Nice. So that's that trial out of the way.
Impressive.
Thank you.
Your thumb is precise.
I know.
You show great promise, Dragonborn.
Okay.
Strike the targets as they
Okay, I'm going to catch up with the speedrun, I think, because we've already done that.
We will do your next test in the courtyard.
In the courtyard, eh? Okay, let's go. Again, I'm just going to wait for an hour just to get everyone in their place and speed things up a little bit. Because otherwise, it's not so much for the speed run, it's just the fact that it's boring to watch NPCs walk. Obviously, Angie got a bit upset about it, so I'm sorry, mate. Won't happen again. Or maybe it will. Come on, give me this whirlwind sprint. I mean, this shout was basically made for speed running. It's quite fun. It's not my favourite shout. My favourite shout overall is one that I discovered quite late on in my my other walkthrough, and that is Become Ethereal. I love that shout, and I'll tell you more about that later. But for now, we're going to get hit with some more shout juice. So hit me with it, Borry. Oh yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. So let's just make sure that the whirlwind sprint is hooked up, and I only favourited it. So hopefully I'll realise my mistake. And we're just going to do a bit of tidying up of the inventory here. There we go. And again, just wait for an hour just to speed these people up because they walk so slowly, it's scary.
Master Wulfgar will demonstrate.
Now here I'm just messing around with Wulfgar, to be honest. Let's see if we can get past a 6 foot something orc. Come on. Okay, that's cheating. He obviously dodged me. So Whirlwind Sprint is hooked up. Good job, I checked. And basically all we've got to do is wait for these gates to open, hit Whirlwind Sprint, and that's it. That's the kind of challenge done. Open sesame. And run back to Arngeir, speak to him, blah blah, blah blah, blah blah. And he's going to send us to a place called Ustengrav to recover the Horn of Jürgen Windcaller, who's kind of one of the founding members of the Greybeards. So it's off to the taxi rank, and we're going to the wonderful town. Whoops, if I can actually get onto the carriage. There we go. Bjorn's going to take us to Morthal. It's quite expensive, it's 50 gold, but we'll be fine. Okay, so here we are in Morthal, and we've got to go to a place called Ustengrav and grab a horn. So yeah, let's do that. So like I say, it costs 180 gold to do this speed run the way I'm doing it, and that is all taxi fare, nothing else I'm afraid. I mean, obviously we bought a few bottles of wine, but you know, you don't have to do that if you're doing the weight 1 recharge. But for now, this monkey's got to run through a swamp, and it's kind of weird because I kind of have this uncontrollable urge to look for swamp fungal pod. If you remember, anyways, watch my my walkthrough of Skyrim on Legendary. I was playing as an archer, so I was using paralysis potions quite a lot, which is Impstool and swamp fungal pod. But not this time. This time we're down to magic. So just heading towards that sign. That first cave we unlocked, that's Morloth's Lair. That's a kind of cool little vampire quest. It's quite a lot of fun actually. But for now we're just heading towards the entrance to Ustengrav. Now normally there's a necromancer and a couple of bandits outside. You definitely want to take down the necromancer because he normally always gives up necromancer's robes, which recharge your Magica 75% faster, so it's definitely worth it. So there he is, and he's down, which was quite nice. And usually when you take him down as well, that'll instantly kill the bandits that are with him as well, because I kind of like his thralls. So that's that. That was great. And did I remember to equip it? Nope, I don't think I did. Stop looting. Loot hoarding me, just can't get away from it. Here we go. So we're going down to apparel, and if we go to our necromancer robes, Magica regenerates 75% faster, so definitely a nice little bonus for us. And it looks pretty cool too. So now in Ustengrav there's kind of a weird civil war going on between Draugrs and necromancers, but it's not our problem, so we're just going to skip through as many as you can. If you had time, you could probably raid these various necromancers for different types of robes, which may give you a bonus to destruction or to restoration or that kind of thing, together with 50% Magica regen. But I wasn't stopping for anything, especially with the Draugr behind me, so we just plough on through. Oh, this little bridge, and then we're off to the right, I think. And the next area. Again, we're not stopping for anything. There is a nice little shortcut just here though, so you can kind of shimmy down this collapsed column, and it'll bring you out right where you need to do the run to get into the next part of the area, which is just through there. But we're not going to do that because, like I say, I really love Become Ethereal. It's going to be very important to this run on a number of occasions. It actually saves my life on 2. So let's go get it, because it's in the same area. Kill these as well just because they're in the way. No other reason. And I'm just looking for a place to shimmy down the rock without killing myself, because I have done that on a few occasions. And there we go. Excellent. So let's get the Fade Word of Power for Become Ethereal. That's all we need. We don't need anything else. What this does is it basically makes you invincible for 8 seconds, which is great in freefall situations, and also just for panic attacks. So if you're kind of cornered and you know someone's going to beat down on you, then you can just use that shout, and it'll probably save your life. You'll see later in Alpha Time that I do that quite a lot. For now though, I'm just trying to save my stamina and Magica, but failing miserably. So it's back over the bridge. And gulp down some wine. Lovely. And all we need to do is literally just run straight at the kind of portcullis. And then as soon as you see one of them open, hit the whirlwind sprint. And for some reason it always gives you a double sprint there, I don't know why. Whether that's a game glitch or whatever, I don't know. Run over these fire traps. There's a couple of spiders, but again, we ain't bothered about the spiders, it's more the spider's web. So you want to burn through that, open the double doors, and yank the chain. And these spiders are still coming, but luckily, you know, this is Ustengrav down and out. We just need to get to the paper, grab the mysterious note. That basically says we need to go to the Sleeping Giant Inn in Riverwood and hire the attic room. Now, I don't know why I stopped to loot that chest. Again, it's probably old habits die hard. Because I do forget sometimes that I'm doing a speed run and forget the whole speed part of it. We're just going to get out of here as quickly as possible now. And it doesn't help because in this occasion I can hear quite a lot of necromancers, because normally the Draugrs do quite a good job of taking most of them down, but not this time, so they may block me in. That's my main concern. But we're just going to run for it and, you know, pray to the gods that we make it through alive. So excuse me, going through. Yeah, I get that a lot. So we'll win sprint to victory, and as soon as we're out, it's up to the map screen as quickly as possible.